One car carried a president to his death, completely unprotected. Today, that same bloodline is the most armored vehicle on Earth. It's November 22, 1963. President John F. Kennedy is riding through Dallas, Texas in an open convertible. No roof, no bulletproof glass, nothing at all between him and the crowd. He'd already toured Fort Worth, San Antonio, and Houston that same week, building support for the election coming up next year. Every stop drew huge, friendly crowds. Dallas was supposed to be the easy one. The car is a 1961 Lincoln Continental, codenamed SS-100X. It looks powerful. It is not protected in any way. Not one panel of armor, not one layer of bulletproof glass. The Secret Service had asked for a hardtop that morning. The White House said no. A bubble top would have blocked the view, and 1964 was an election year. Kennedy wanted people to see his face, not a sheet of glass standing in for it. Riding beside Kennedy in the back seat is his wife, Jacqueline. The motorcade turns onto Elm Street, past a building called the Texas School Book Depository. At 12:30 in the afternoon, 3 shots ring out from an upper floor. The president is hit, so is Texas Governor John Connally, riding in the very same seat just in front of him. There is nothing to stop the bullets. No glass, no steel plating, just open air between the rifle and the back seat of the car. Kennedy dies less than an hour later at Parkland Memorial Hospital. The car, built to project strength and openness, offered exactly zero protection when it mattered most. Lyndon Johnson is sworn in as president just 2 hours later aboard Air Force One, still sitting on the runway at Dallas Love Field. The country has a new president before that same day is even over. Within 3 weeks, the White House approves an emergency program. 4 organizations join the project: the Secret Service, the Army Materials Research Center, the coach builder Hess and Eisenhart, and Pittsburgh Plate Glass. Their job is almost unbelievable. Take the exact car that failed to protect Kennedy and rebuild it into the safest vehicle any president has ever ridden in. Work begins that same December, barely weeks after the funeral. They wrap the entire body in steel and titanium plating. They install a permanent hardtop roof, the very thing Kennedy turned down. They fit windows 5 layers thick, engineered to stop a rifle round at close range. They even pump the gas tank full of plastic foam, so a direct hit near the fuel line can no longer trigger an explosion. When the rebuild is finished, the car weighs almost 2,000 pounds more than it did on the day Kennedy died. Every extra pound is protection he never had. The work is completed by May of 1964, and this car does not quietly disappear into a museum. It keeps serving as the presidential limousine for 13 more years. Through Lyndon Johnson, through Richard Nixon, through Gerald Ford, all the way to Jimmy Carter, one assassination rewrites the rules for every president who comes after. Open-top motorcades vanish completely. Armor plating stops being optional and becomes the standard. Designed into the blueprint from day one, never bolted on after the fact again. The modern presidential car, the one agents simply call the Beast, is a direct descendant of that 1964 rebuild. Built by General Motors under Secret Service direction, wearing a Cadillac badge, it can weigh up to 20,000 pounds, riding on a modified truck frame because no ordinary car chassis could carry that much steel. Its windows are bullet-resistant glass nearly 5 inches thick. Its doors alone are as heavy as an airplane's. Run-flat tires keep it rolling even when they're shredded by gunfire. The cabin is sealed against chemical and biological attack. It carries its own emergency oxygen and a blood bank stocked with the president's exact blood type. Several identical beasts often travel in the same motorcade, so even close observers can't tell which one the president is actually riding in. None of that armor exists because someone designed it years in advance. It exists because one open car on one afternoon in Dallas proved with total finality exactly what was missing. So, the next time a motorcade rolls past you, sealed behind steel, glass, and titanium, remember, it didn't start out that way. It started with a car that had none of it at all, carrying a president who simply wanted to be seen.